time to put on your headphones because we're gonna tackle some audio. In my timeline, we've got that interview of Timon, and actually this was shot using the internal microphone of the camera. So if we have a listen to it, it doesn't sound so great.
Hey, I'm Timon, I'm an Arctic explorer and I recently went to Iceland. The landscapes there are very beautiful and I was able to capture a lot of waterfalls with my drone.
So his voice is missing warmth, depth, and there's a lot of background noise as well. So let's see where we can enhance his voice. Just like the Essential Graphics, Adobe has also created an Essential Sound panel. Just go up to the menu on top, select Window, and from there choose Essential Sound. So this panel here takes care of all of the audio things. Let me just make a bit more space for that here in my workspace. There we go. And just like with graphics, you want to select the layer that you're going to work on. You can select one or you can select multiple layers to work on all of them at the same time. And Premiere is going to ask you to choose what kind of audio that is. Is it a dialogue, a music track? Is it sound effects, or is it ambience? Depending on what you choose, you're going to get different options. Now you can choose that manually through the options down here, or you can let Premiere figure it out for you. Let's try and do that. So just say auto tag. It's going to take some time, and there you go. It has tagged it as dialogue, so that is good. You can see that here on top it says dialogue. And if you misclicked or Premiere made an oopsie, you can clear the audio type from right here on the top right. So just click on that, and then you can reselect your tag dialogue. Alright, so we get a whole bunch of options as you can see right here. First of all, we get enhanced speech, which as the name says, enhance the speech. We can automatically set the volume right. We have a couple of repair options, such as reducing the noise, the rumble, and whatnot. Down here, we get a clarity option to make your voice sound more clear. We get an EQ, which is something more creative. We can make it seem like it's coming from an old radio or as if Timon is on a telephone. And then at the bottom down here, we get an option under creative. We get an option to add some reverb to it. So we get a little bit of everything. We can just enhance the speech. We can fix issues, but we can also be creative by adding certain effects to it. And let's start from the top because we've got a clear goal in mind. This was recorded using the internal microphone of the camera, so the audio is pretty bad. Therefore, we want to fix that. And so I'm just going to click here on Enhance Speech. This is an AI. There's a lot of AI stuff now inside Premiere, so it has to process that. And it's already done, I see, so let's play this back and have a listen to it.
Hey, I'm Timon, I'm an Arctic explorer and I recently went to Iceland.
Alright, let's hear the before by just disabling that option here on top.
Hey, I'm Timon, I'm an Arctic explorer and
that is a big improvement, guys, as you can see. Let's enable that back, and if you want so, you can mix that with the original. So if I turn that up all the way to the right here, we are solely listening to the enhanced speech.
Hey, I'm Timon, I'm an Arctic explorer and I recently went to Iceland.
Of course, this is too much. It's too obvious that we've altered the audio, so we want to mix this down. And around 7 was actually pretty good.
The landscapes there are very beautiful and I was able to capture a lot of waterfalls with my drone.
Perfect. We still hear something from the background. I mean, we are outside, so it's not natural to take away all the background sounds. It's the same thing if you were to shoot indoor. You kind of need to hear some kind of echo because you are indoor. It makes it more natural. And usually this enhanced speech option is going to take care of all of the fixes that need to happen. So most often you could just skip the repair section down here because it is going to remove the noise. It is going to equalize the voice. It's going to do a whole bunch of things to the voice to make it sound professional. This is, by the way, one of the brand new features here in Premiere, and it works super well. If you ever still have problem with noise, you could enable that down here and say reduce noise. The more you increase that, the more it will do its best to reduce the noise. Let's play that back.
Hey, I'm Timon, I'm an Arctic explorer and
as you can hear, it's a bit too much. What you can do as well is just play that back and shuffle the slider up and down to find the right spots.
Went to Iceland. The landscapes there are very beautiful and I was able to capture a lot of waterfalls with my drone.
So just as with creating graphics, or once we're going to talk about color correction and color grading, you want to look at your image and see how it looks as you're making changes. With audio, it's the exact same thing. You want to play it back, listen to it as you're making changes. But okay, the enhanced speech did everything for us, so we don't have to reduce the noise anymore. We just know that the options are there. If you need to use them, you know where to find them. All right, let's scroll a little bit more down and see or have a look at the other options. clarity. It's just going to make your voice or your audio more clear. Like right now, there might be too much bass in there coming from the enhanced speech here on top, which we did. So let's add a little bit of clarity to it. Enable dynamics, and let's play it back.
Hey, I'm Timon. I'm an Arctic explorer and I recently went to Iceland. The landscapes there are very beautiful and I was able to capture a lot of waterfalls with my drone.
Something that you can do is just play back your timeline and then just enable and disable the option just to see like the before and the after.
Hey, I'm Timon. I'm an Arctic explorer and I recently went to Iceland. The landscapes there are very beautiful.
So maybe like a little bit, like 2 or 2.5 of clarity is something that we can add to the voice, but don't overdo it. Like with everything while editing, you never want to overdo something. All right, so that is it for enhancing the audio. Let's have a look at a couple of effects right now. Down here, we get a whole bunch of styling options. So for the equalizer, let's enable that and let's have a look at the presets. So we can make it seem like Timon is locked in a trunk and so that the audio is coming from there. Again, you can play it back and increase the amount or decrease it as much as you want.
Able to capture a lot of waterfalls with my drone.
So all the higher frequencies are being left out, and now he's doing his interview back in my trunk. All right, let's see what else we have in here. For instance, on the telephone. So now we're conducting this interview through the telephone.
Hey, I'm Timon. I'm an Arctic explorer and I recently went to Iceland.
Cool, so that is what you can do with the equalizer. For now, let's just disable that as we don't need to style it. We just want to keep it natural. But let's check out the last option here on the bottom, which is to add reverb. And we have a whole bunch of options to choose from again. All different kinds of reverbs. Let's just go for the extreme ones like church. And let's increase the amount as let's have a listen to it.
The landscapes there are very beautiful and I was able to capture a lot of waterfalls with my drone.
And there we have it. If you need to add some reverb now, you know where to find it. And that's exactly what we're going to do in the next lesson. I'm going to create a small edit with some sound effects, a music track, the interview as well. And we're going to create an entire audio mix, which the Essential Sound panel is going to help us with.